Title: Finger in the Post, Macron's digital delivery shocks Élysée Palace. TLDR. Emmanuel Macron, the French Prez, had an unexpected finger mail arrival at the Élysée Palace. Sources say that this wasn't just any finger, but a human one. This limb fragment was preserved and tested, revealing it belonged to a living person. Meanwhile, France is combating unrest and riots following the fatal shooting of a 17-year-old by Paris cops. In a bizarre turn of events, French President Emmanuel Macron got more than he might have bargained for in his mail. A human finger, quite severed, rocked up at his residence, the Élysée Palace. Anybody missing a finger, by the way? Can you imagine the shock of Macron's mailman? Or whoever had to bear witness to the gruesome parcel? Talk about a digital delivery. But hold on a second, did Macron himself actually see this grotesque gift? No clue. Following the chilling discovery, the law enforcement swiftly stashed the finger in their communal fridge. No, not next to someone's half-eaten sandwich and a pack of energy drinks. This was all about preservation for upcoming tests. BTW, if you're feeling squeamish right now, you're not alone. But here's where it gets weirder, pals. The DNA tests reported that this finger belonged to a living person. No hint of necrotic tissue or anything zombie-like, folks. So, what happened to the finger donor, you ask? Well, this one finger-short individual was located, their identity kept under wraps. Medical support was provided, but no arrests have been made, yet. Meanwhile, in the midst of this unsettling finger fiasco, France is combating some serious unrest. Riots have been raging following the fatal shooting of a 17-year-old French-Algerian, Naël Merzouk, by Parisian police during a traffic stop. Now, it's uncertain if these incidents are connected or if it's just a terribly grim coincidence. But it's definitely making the headlines, isn't it? So, with this bizarre mail, and unrest on the streets, and the mystery of the missing finger's owner, one thing is for sure, there's a lot more going on in France than just their fine wine and delicious cheese. Now we have a pressing question to consider, peeps. Does this bizarre digit delivery represent a new level of protest, or is it just an isolated incident? Is France seeing a rise in strange and shocking forms of dissent? What do you think, folks? Chime in, share your thoughts, and let's start a conversation. Are we witnessing a new form of gruesome protests, or is this just a one-off instance? How should such acts be dealt with in the light of free speech and peaceful protests? Disclaimer: this article is not intended to provide advice of any sort. Its sole purpose is to inform and incite conversation. End of article.